Okay, you are looking at a still from the movie Outbreak. They are fighting a mysterious virus. And this is kind of a big moment of revelation in the movie, whereby they can now actually see what this virus looks like, called the Mutaba virus. Again, this is the movie Outbreak, starring Dustin Hoffman. And it actually looks like some of the ones I pointed out in my other videos. Again, they're just sigils, but they're based on concepts that are in the world of the occult or in Masonic literature and Masonic rituals. So this one obviously is a male phallic symbol, all right? But it has the hook to it. So it might confuse you a little bit about just exactly what is this other than a male phallic symbol. Why does it look so much larger than it should be, and it has a little bit of a curve to it, or like the number 7. Now what they're doing in the movie is they're trying to establish in the minds of the viewer that the virus can change forms, or I call it mutate. Mutate, which is just more nonsense added on to nonsense, okay? So the one on the left is not the same as the one on the right, and that's the startling revelation that they're now up against a virus that has, quote, mutated. So this is an interesting point in the movie, because now they realize, oh my gosh, this thing is changing forms. And viruses can change forms. The virus today that's threatening us may not be the same virus tomorrow that comes upon Earth and threatens people, because they can mutate. See my video on how viruses mutate. Alright, so what I want you to see is the pattern up there. Again, that's a shot from the movie Outbreak. And I'm going to take you down to my computer screen, and I'm going to show you something else that is very, very strikingly similar. And the reason it's similar is because they are basing this phony virus in the movie on this concept. But remember now, all viruses are phony. None of them are real. You might think they're real, but they're not. Virology is nonsense. And it was created so they could have a wonderful way of hoaxing and scaring the public, and not only that, making billions of dollars on vaccines that could be just sugar water, or most likely they are toxic substances that are injected into the body that cause all kinds of other issues and problems for people. Alright, so let me take you down to my computer screen now, and I want to talk to you about why they made that the shape they made that in. Okay, you are looking at a sigil that is pretty similar to the one I just showed you, except what you have to do is take the two circles here and drop them down. So if you take the two circles and drop them down, you pretty much essentially have what you saw in the movie Outbreak as the so-called Mutaba virus. Now this symbol is called Tubal Cain. And basically, if you've watched some of the James Bond movies, and you say, why in the world did he ever come up with 007? Well, 00 is ball, and then 7 is your Cain, all right? So Tubal, Cain. Now, Tubal, Cain is in the Bible, and it comes from the 4th chapter of Genesis. And at the 19th verse, and Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The names of the one was Ada, and the name of the other was Zillah. And Ada bare Jubal. He was the father of such as dwell in the tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Tubal, and his brother's name, and Zilnah also bare Tubal, Cain. That's verse 22. An instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. So that's the verse. It's verse 22, chapter 4. And Zillah also bare Tubal, Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. So his claim to fame is that he's a worker in brass and iron. Now he will play a part in Masonic literature. And become a part of their legendary forces or hoaxes. Alright? So here you have it. The virus that is presented in the movie Outbreak is really a sigil, and the sigil is just simply based on Tubal, Cain. So let's take another look at it up here. Alright, so you see the strong identity of the sigil. So if you would take the bottom part of the thing in the movie and just move the 2 balls up, you would have the same. Now vice versa, if we took the sigil for Tubal, Cain and took the 2 balls and moved them down, it would be pretty much identical to what you're seeing in the movie. So what I'm trying to tell you is that these so-called viruses that they show you what they look like are just sigils. And a lot of them are based on other things in occult literature or Masonic literature. So once again, viruses are a hoax. All viruses, including the one that they are promoting to the world, is deadly. And you need not be afraid of anything, because it doesn't exist. Alright? It only exists in your mind, and it's hyped up by the media, and people begin to adapt it into their temple as real. But basically they're just sigils, and they're sending out demonic force into the world and making people believe in their existence. You need not fear. Do not fear. Fear not. Over and over the Bible says, fear not. Go to the one who will remove all fear. Perfect love casts out all fear. It's the way, the truth, and the life through Jesus Christ the Lord. To him be praise, honor, and glory. Thank you for watching.